Good morning. I'm running late. I can't get things going right. Um, okay, so we're talking about the the seven deadly sins, and we're on number three, which is wrath, and it is defined according to the Bible: uncontrollable anger or rage with a desire for vengeance. Okay, we're not going to talk about God's wrath. We're going to talk about a form of wrath uh, in the Bible, and we're going to read from Genesis chapter 34. And in chapter 34 of Genesis, there was two crimes committed. Okay, so um, let's see. This takes place in Canaan. So the main characters are going to be Dinah and Shechem. And we have the sub characters are going to be Jacob, who is Dinah's father, and Simeon and Levi, who are brothers to Dinah, and Hamor, who is Shechem's father. So, let's see. The story starts off. Okay, so Jacob took his family to the land of Canaan, and it was Jacob had two wives, Leah and Rachel, and they had 11 sons and one daughter. The one daughter was Dinah. Uh, they, when they got to the land, Dinah went into the community to try to, I guess, make friends with the other young girls. And Shechem saw Dinah and took her and laid with her and violated her. So basically, he raped her. So Jacob the father and Simeon and Levi the brothers became aware of what happened. So um, the brothers were very, very angry. Back in that day, um, the integrity of the family had to be upheld to the highest, and they would do whatever they had to uh, keep the integrity of the family at all costs. So um, Shechem told his father. Um, he told his father, and I want to say exactly how it was in the Bible. He said, he went to his father, Tamar, and said, "Get me this young girl as a wife," demanding. Meanwhile, Shechem was saying that he was in love with her, but he didn't. Speaking like that, I don't think he was in love with her. Uh, it was just a desire he had to have her. So Hamor, Shechem's father, went before Jacob, and they happened to be in the field working. So it was Jacob, it was Simeon, and Levi. But Simeon and Levi had already been talking about how they were going to get back at them. How they were going to get their vengeance. So um, Hamor came and said, "My son Shechem would like to take your daughter as a wife. Um, Name your price so he could have her. Okay, that right there infuriated us. Well, all three of them, Jacob, Simeon, and Levi, because they already knew what Shechem had done. And to say, name your price, I'll give you anything, that was like, that's just very disrespectful because you know, he had he had already raped her, and then B, he thought they're acting like money and marriage is gonna restore their sister's integrity. So Simeon and Levi said, "No, we could never give her to y'all because y'all are your tribe is uncircumcised." Back in that day, you know, there was a some tribes were circumcised and some were not. It was a covenant that God had for the men to be circumcised. And so they said, unless all of you men, and he's talking about everybody all the men in the community, he said, unless all of you men get circumcised, we cannot give our daughter, our sister to Shechem, because what will happen is Shechem and Dinah will have children, and they will be of uncircumcised descendant, and it will keep going on, down the line. So he said, no, unless all of you guys, y'all all have to be circumcised. So Shechem was not going to take no for an answer, so he made his father to go into the community and tell these men, hey, guess what? Y'all are all going to get circumcised. So the plan that Simeon and Levi had concocted was that when the men get circumcised, they're gonna be incapacitated for at least 5 to 7 days while they heal. So in that time, they were gonna take their vengeance. So like I said, Hamor went into the community and told all the men, y'all are getting circumcised. And so it happened. And on the third day of all these men being circumcised, on the third day while they're healing, they're in a lot of pain. So that's when Simeon and Levi, and they get their helpers, they go and they kill all of them, starting with Hamor and Shechem, and they kill every man in that community. And they take everything that belonged to... Hold on. And they take everything that belongs to the Canaanites. So that is wrath, uncontrollable rage that turned into vengeance. So I thought that was an interesting story. So that's in chapter 34 of Genesis. And tomorrow we'll be talking, I believe, about envy, but I'm not sure. I'll let y'all know. So everybody have a very blessed day. Bye. I love y'all. Say bye.